Hello, I'm Annabelle. I'm one of the creative directors of Lost in Translation Circus, and I'm also a performer in the Hogwallops. Okay, so the Hogwallops is a show for families about a family. It's a slightly sort of quirky, dysfunctional family. It comes from a circus point of view, so there's obviously lots of circus skills in it. There's also a sense of character, context, a very simple kind of narrative. That's a big question. Contemporary circus is something that's kind of in my blood, I guess. I started circus when I was 12 years old with the youth circus in Australia, Flying Fruit Fly Circus. So it's something I've been doing for a long time. It's very exciting, it's very physical, but it's also a very good container for lots of different things. So the interesting thing about contemporary circus is the way that it's combining and starting to combine, because it's still very much a developing art form, different other art forms within the circus container. So using theatre, using dance, using music. It can mean lots of different things. There's all sorts of different disciplines within circus, which means that no matter sort of who you are and what you do, what your body shape is, what your strengths and weaknesses are, there's always something that you can fit into. A lot. Of course, it depends on what level you want to work to. Obviously some people are working on, just doing it for fun and all of that kind of stuff. But if you want to become a professional and you want to have a really high skill level and also work in an artistic way in terms of creating and, bringing in different elements of art forms into circus, then it takes a lot of time and effort and energy. You need to train really intensively at the beginning to get the foundation of all these skills, and then you need to train regularly all the time. And then in terms of the creation process, because we're using circus but we're also using theatre and we're also using other elements, it takes a lot longer because you're working with multiple art forms. So most thrilling moment. In the Hogwallops, we did Edinburgh Fringe Festival last year with the Underbelly, and I would say that whole kind of run was, I don't know if thrilling is quite the right word, but it was definitely an intense experience. It was the first time we'd done Edinburgh, so that itself is a really kind of intense experience with loads of people and loads of shows and loads of competition, and kind of interesting experience being on stage as well as all the backstage kind of stuff. So it's very physical, it's very human. I think there's a growing interest in kind of physicality generally as we, as a society, start to use more and more technology and use our bodies less and less. I think there is this kind of extra interest in what the human body can achieve, and in terms of how, that kind of is what circus is, basically. How far can you push the physicality of your body, and what is humanly possible? And I think that's quite attractive nowadays, because we spend so much time in kind of virtual world and using our brains, and so little time using our bodies. I think it's a really great thing that they're having a circus festival. There's some really exciting shows and companies coming, and also the other thing that was really great for us, so we went down and did the site visit to see how the show was going to fit into the venue, and the crew were all super excited about the fact that they were having a circus festival and really keen and willing to help make it happen, and that kind of environment is really wonderful to be a part of. I think there's probably two shows that I particularly like to see. One is Flown, because they're good friends of ours, and We only actually ever saw the show when it was first being made, which was now about 3 or 4 years ago. So we haven't seen it for a very, very long time, and it's changed a lot. So I'd really like to see that. And the other one that looks really interesting that I'd like to see that I haven't seen at all is the Vaudevillians. Yeah, it looks really interesting. A lot of the other shows I have already seen because they were with us in Edinburgh, so we got to see them there.